Hey, Oriol, great to have you on the FAQ series. The question we want to answer today is the AKS master node or master cluster hosted on HCI or on the specific platform, or is it somewhere outside?
Yeah, so the answer to this would be that all of the AKS components running on AKS Hybrid would be hosted on our HCI environment, right? So if we looked at the architectural diagram of a typical AKS Hybrid installation on HCI, we will see that we have two main components. The first one that we would deploy is the management cluster, which contains its own API server. This is just a VM with API server and cluster API deployed on the top of it, fully hosted on HCI. And this is what it will then allow us to create one or multiple workload clusters connected to it, which are where our actual workloads, Kubernetes workloads, are going to be running in. Each one of those workload cluster has different components like the worker nodes, load balancing nodes, but one of the important components that will be part of the workload cluster will be the API server. We can have one or many. We can decide that at workload cluster creation time, depending on our availability requirements. But those API server will be running as VM instance on the top of our Stack HCI infrastructure. So we were running in our HCI cluster for sure. Okay.
Perfect. Does it also apply if I'm not using an HCI platform, like another hypervisor, another virtualization environment?
Yeah. Okay, so at the moment, AKS Hybrid is supported on HCI and Windows Server and failover cluster. That's exactly the same scenario in both of them. Down the road, we're going to support some other hosting environments for kind of Arc appliance devices where we'll be able to deploy AKS Hybrid like VMware, Tanzu, or something like this. In all of those scenarios, it will be exactly the same. On the top of our virtualization environment, AKS Hybrid is going to run as a bunch of VMs. Some of them will be the API server is always going to be running locally on premises next to our worker nodes in our clusters. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect, my friend. And that answers our question for today. Thank you so much, and see you on the next one.